So.
Yeah, I know. I think I
All
get
right.
that.
All right. Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
Blame in the chat instead. Yeah, that's a good way to play it. Good.
Radiant team ban.
Okay. So we're going to see if we have a bit of a different game this time. Will it be another 80-minute slog, or will it be a 20-minute one-sided stomp? Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, hope to see some different heroes from last time. Do you know what the funny thing is? There weren't any really super late game heroes in that game, were there? There wasn't like a Terrorblade, Spectre, something like Tinker making it impossible to push, or you know, any 12-slotted Lone Druid. There wasn't any like ultra late game heroes in there. It was just a game where neither team could end. So I will see. Uni is for nerds. Yeah, we're all nerds though. You can escape uni, but you can't escape being a nerd.
Radiant team pick.
Okay, going with some different bans this time. They got rid of Underlord and Brewmaster. They don't want to play against that again. So what were the changes to the teams? Just very quick. So Oak has left and been replaced by Super Noodles, but then they did a swap as well.
What I've just realised is Max wasn't happy about Dan replacing Oak, but Max is the one that has. Oh no, because I keep forgetting that Shah Kwaku isn't immortal anymore. He used to be. So because I was about to say that Veteran has 2 immortals like on his team. So why was he upset that Dan was on the other team if he has 2 immortals anyway? But
I mean, Shah Kwaku is basically immortal.
It's all technically, but
I think it's fine. I think
literally only one immortal, so I don't understand the change actually. But I asked if people are okay with it.
It's a little bit dire favored, but it's something we've seen from the in-houses is that the balance is very rarely the reason why the game doesn't end up like going one-sided. Sometimes you can think, oh well, it was a shame we didn't balance the teams, but sometimes the team who it looks like it's balanced against end up still stomping the game, because Dota's not all about numbers. You know, sometimes a good player can have a bad game, and we've seen things like Ross and Roids, how they can be absolutely dominant in some games, and in other games just throw. So you never know what you're going to get.
10 seconds remaining.
I think we're going back to favourites. We've got Tusk for Wobber, and we've got Jakira for Kinder Surprise. Is this a game where we just kick back, relax, and play our comfort picks now?
Or probably maybe draft to finish early.
Finish early. I mean, all early game heroes, all push. Nature's Prophet, Lone Druid, Shadow Shaman. Yeah. Well, we're going for a fighty game. I like the Earth Spirit pick. I can't remember who plays Earth Spirit on the Dire team, but they have picked it. They've gone Spirit Breaker as well. Okay, so we're definitely going in. You've got Tusk Spirit Breaker on the Radiant team, so they definitely want to have some fights. I like it. Let's pick some cores who can fight really early. Ones who don't need to get millions of items. Let's see Cocopium Chaos Knight or something. Just, you know, get into that fight, start killing people.
Seconds remaining.
One question is, Chaos Knight's Reality Rift brings all his illusions in as well, but how far away can it pull the illusions from? Like, is it completely global, or do they have to be kind of near you to pull them in? I don't actually know the answer to that.
I don't know. All I know is that it shakes and lags my screen.
Does it? Okay, when it brings like 6 illusions on your head.
Yeah.
Dota is a game where you need a good PC, because something like Monkey King ulting will only give me a very tiny stutter, but if you've got a bad PC, that Monkey King ult with the Golden Immortal creates so much lag.
5 seconds remaining.
It's really bad.
Dire team ban.
It means you can probably tell when Monkey King ult is happening, like even across the screen, because your game starts lagging and you think, oh, that's what's happening.
True.
I don't know if you played any StarCraft 2 by any chance?
Nope.
But there was a unit that the Protoss could make called the Mothership. It was like their ultimate unit, and when it spawned, it made every unit and building underneath it invisible, like you know, stealth, which could be stealth detected. But every time you spawned it, it lagged the game for a second, so you always knew when the enemy team had created one, even if you couldn't see them, because the game would lag for a whole second. So they had to change it to like gradually make things go invis to not make it so obvious. But games really need to be careful about creating things that will lag the game out. Okay, they've gone Slardar, so also going aggressive. No hero in the game has any sizable amount of armor at the moment. So I think Slardar's going to be nice here.
Plays Earth Spirit on Dire.
I did ask that question. Yeah, maybe. I'm not actually sure whether we got Super Noodles on it. Don't know much about Sharkwaku. I don't know a lot of his hero pool.
True. I think he's mainly a support player.
Right.
I think he plays support, but he can play core.
I think Kinder's playing the Jakiro. That's for definite. Backwards Hello is not going to play Slardar or Earth Spirit. I don't think he's a Thompson style Earth Spirit mid. But I really like Earth Spirit mid. I mean, I've not played it, but when I've played against it, it's been really hard to play against. I think Earth Spirit is a great mid hero. You just don't see it very often. Or really ever these days. But yeah, I like it. He's very tanky, does big damage. Great at ganking. Very, very, very mobile. High damage, silence. Oh, TA's picked very early. I guess to stop the Slardar TA combo, but Decate, he loves playing TA as well. So
Dire wouldn't have picked TA, would they have?
Yeah, with the Slardar.
Who would have? Yeah, but does Dire have a TA player?
It's a good question, but I think most competent mid players would know how to play TA. Because a lot of people have played TA. Like, even I've played TA. I'm not particularly amazing at her. But Decate, he is very good at TA. So I like the TA pick here. It makes a lot of sense. It means both teams have a good chunk of minus armor.
Yeah.
They've got very aggressive teams.
PA hasn't been banned, so I wonder if they'll pair it with a TA. I mean, PA.
There's the Chaos Knight. I called the Chaos Knight. I wanted a core who could fight early.
That's because there's Copium on
but he's not
well,
not been able to pick it for a while. But I really like his Chaos Knight because he will fight early. He has the stun, the Reality Rift. He just needs an armlet, and he's going to be going around killing people. He doesn't need to sit there and farm. Chaos Knight's not a great farming hero anyway. The change to Chaos Strike definitely helps, but you can't sit and farm a camp. Like, well, even as fast as a Lifestealer. So I like it. Lots and lots of early game fighting. Minus armor from Chaos Knight. I don't think people really realize that, but Reality Rift takes away a massive amount of armor as well. So they're really going to be able to kill people quickly. What did Dire go in response to this? I think they shouldn't pick anything slow and passive. They should just keep going aggressive early game heroes. More early game, more early game. Go quap against TA mid or something like that. That could work. Actually, there's a lot of stuns. You do have to be careful. Maybe you could run a Voids. No, Void Spirit's not particularly good these days. Not against TA anyway. Could run an Ember Spirit. Be pretty good this game. Minus arm on Slardar. Into the big Sleights of Fist. You can dodge a lot of things with Sleight of Fist, like the Spirit Breaker charging. You can stop him with the Root. Flame Guard will destroy TA's shield pretty quickly. Beaver full of Chaos Knight's illusions. We also haven't asked them yet, the other players, whether they've noticed the bug.
Oh, yeah. I was meant to ask them that, but there was the player stuff, so...
Yeah, because we can't really see it as a caster, so I have no idea whether it's had any impact. It went for PL. Okay, that's a veteran pick. That's a little bit slower. Requires a bit of time to get going. I know the new Diffusal Blade is very cheap now, which is great for PL. But he still wants to get a few items before he's fighting, and you know how veteran likes to play. So I'll see if they can hold on.
So I've just asked them in all chat if they noticed, and they said no. So
right, okay.
Maybe they fixed it, or they just didn't.
Yeah, I agree with Mofara actually. I don't know if anyone's had the luxury of playing into Jakiro as TA, but it is absolutely horrible for the TA. You lose all your fraction, you're slowed so much. Jakiro is also quite tanky, so can't be insta-killed. You remove the attack speed from TA2. It's a really horrible lane for a TA. Like, really bad. It's like playing against Viper. But that would be quite a ballsy play. Doesn't Kinder like Jakiro mid? He's been playing it in his ranked games.
Yes, he has play Jakiro mid in pubs, but he doesn't think he'd ever get away with that in an in-house.
I think Jakiro is not a bad mid hero because his Aghanim's upgrade's amazing. His early game damage is really high when you've leveled up your abilities. You get an early Veil, Shard, and Aether Lens or Yules or something. I think Jakiro can be a mid hero. He's just a bit immobile. It's the only problem. Very slow hero. Only thing he's that's bad for him. He can push towers really quick. That's great for mid. Enemy mid leaves, you take the tower. Yeah, I like it. I actually played CM mid a few times, but I'm not convinced it's very good. Some heroes I think are better off supporting. Ooh, Puck.
Ooh, TA1?
Yeah, no, Chaos Knight off lane with the Spirit Breaker. So you've got Spirit Breaker Tusk supports. You've got 2 melee strength supports. So you'll run a TA Tusk, which could be a pretty strong lane. Chaos Knight Spirit Breaker, Puck mid. I like the Puck here though, because you've got the coil, which is great for Phantom Lancer, but actually if you coil the enemy team, they can't do anything. They're very immobile, they get completely stuck. Final pick is going to be a Monkey King, which against the 3 melees is a nice pick. The question is, where do they think anyone's going? It's going to be a guess. Decate Pucks, you think Decate's mid. Probably safe lane TA, which means Monkey King will be playing against Spirit Breaker Chaos Knight. That's going to be a very good lane for Shakwaku. But that means that... Oh, well, no, maybe it's Monkey King mid. Monkey King mid against the Puck.
Yes.
That would make more sense. So he won't get to play against double melee. He'll actually have to play against one of their 2 ranged heroes. Okay, interesting. Give some more core options. Both teams actually have 2 cores, essentially. 2 physical sort of right-clicking scaling cores. You've got Chaos Knight Templar and Monkey King Phantom Lancer. So it's a little bit more late game than I first thought when I saw the lineups. Yeah, Jakiro is great. Really good against their team. Great against Puck Jakiro, because you can just put the Ice Path underneath the phase shift. Or burn Puck to death. Inda's only played Jakiro 20 times?
No. Oh.
Yeah, that's not very much.
Over all time? Wait,
yeah.
What?
I thought he'd played a lot more Jakiro. Obviously, it's something he's found recently.
Prepare for battle.
No, for sure he's... Oh, maybe because he's plays it most in in-houses, but not in pubs.
Maybe. That's the thing about in-houses. Some people here probably talking about some of the most regulars, like Ollie, Max, might have played over 300 in-houses. No, it actually said all time. I read it carefully.
Yeah.
It said all time.
I thought it was the last 20 games, and then...
Yeah, it did genuinely say all time, not last 20 games. Some people here have played over 300 in-house games, I think. Maybe it's even more for people like Max, I'm not sure. Maybe just quickly bring that up. But it's a lot of Dota, and if they've got heroes which they like to play in the in-houses, it's not going to reflect on their stats at all. So let's just have a look at a player like Veteran. So Platinum Veteran, he's played nearly 400 in-house games. I'd love an analysis of the types of heroes he's played in that, because that's a big change to his stats. He's top of the leaderboard at the moment, by the way. Number 1 is Veteran, number 2 is Decate. So they're at the top. At the bottom currently, Kinder.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
what
Royd's
the hell?
taking a little bit of a beating. Rank 1, I've never been a fan of rank 1 Dual Breath if you can't hit 2 heroes, because it only does 100 damage and it costs 140 mana. But rank 2, 200 damage.
Is it because it's called dual breath and not
singular
breath?
Yeah. That'll be a bit of a... It has to be breath.
Oh, yeah, it's just breath.
Imagine that's an ability, breath.
Well, didn't Slardor's abilities used to be just called, like, bash or...
Yeah, sprint, crush, bash, and amplify damage. What is going on mid lane? That's the courier, okay. Jarkwaku pretending to be a courier baited me for a second. What is going on in the old chat? Didn't quite understand that. Well, he tried to mischief it again, but unfortunately he failed. Mischief gives what, 0.2 second phase shift? It's like the other hero who can phase shift, essentially. That's Monkey King is like a mini Puck. That Puck's one lasts way longer.
Oh my god, the Spirit Break is just keeps bashing.
17%. Who's the core in this lane? It's Cocopium support, right? That makes sense. You've got pos 3. I mean, if you've got Spirit Breaker and Chaos Knight, I would argue Spirit Breaker should not be the pos 3 here. It should be the Chaos Knight, because Chaos Knight scales way better than Spirit Breaker. Not that Spirit Breaker doesn't scale well, but it just feels like an odd decision. But anyway, that is happening. Roy's playing the pos 1 TA. Having a wobber support. Wow, just right-clicking the Kindred Death. Look at this aggression by the Tusk. The Tusk has very low base damage for a strength hero, interestingly, but very good strength gain, so that will catch up. Someone predict. Yeah, 600 points in the Radiant. I'm not sure which team I would bet on. It's very hard to say. I would say Dual Dire. Bit of a fight happening top lane, but it looks like more just Noodles being clicked to death. Brought back with the Reality Rift. -4 armor at rank 1 of the spell. Very strong. Puck, I think, actually struggles a little bit against the Monkey King, but I don't think Decay will have a problem last hitting and getting farm. Which lane do you think First Blood's going to happen in?
Oh my god! Decay was going to go for top water rune, but literally, Shalquaku just yoinked it from him.
Oh, nice. Did he tree dance onto it?
Yeah.
Very nice.
You saw, because Puck illusion orb for it.
Oh, there was a kill in the top lane. Cocopium's trying to get a kill into Veteran. He needs one right click. Oh no, he lost the vision. He's trying to get the Reality Rift. Nice juking by Veteran. Cocopium finds him. One more right click. The stun from Super Noodles. Veteran is going to be okay. Cocopium is still trying. He mangoes. Does get the kill. And now there's a charge onto Noodles, but the First Blood had already gone, and that's Veteran picking up 300 gold. Ollie is desperate for someone to predict. Someone to help him out. Someone predict on Dire? I think Dire have a good chance of this. I would have predicted Dire, to be honest. But I don't know. It is a pretty good game for Puck. Just having a look, swapping between the lanes to see which lane is going to have the most action. Wobber is taking a little bit of damage here. Nice use of shards to keep himself safe. 100 mana committed though. He does have a salve.
Is it better to go Orb of Venom on a Tusk rather than a Blightstone first, or?
Yeah, I think Orb of Venom is better because you want to stay on top of people with the tag team. I suppose you get more burst if you use the Orb of Venom, Orb of Blightstone. Too many different names. You've got an orb and a stone. Which one is which? The red one. The green one. The green one is the slow one.
The red stone and the lemon.
The lemon, yeah. Orb of Lemon. Much better name. Why they would make an item which is just a snake eating a lemon, though, that would be beyond me. But you never know with Dota. Not a lot of the items make a lot of sense in this game. Oh, then double deny from Sharkwaku. Taking quite a lot of right-click damage, has to be careful. Did go for Orb of Corrosion first item. Ooh, he jumps on the Puck. But unfortunately doesn't get much of a slow on him. Still chasing. Puck will escape. Why is he chasing so strongly? He wants that, desperately wants that Jingu. But he did not find it. Meanwhile, Kinder will get a kill on Roids. That's a very strong kill. Look at the Kinder's build. This is what I like. 2-0-2. Go for the full aggressive build. Cocopium is just buying some time in the top lane. He TP's all the way back to base. I thought maybe he just TP to the lane. I'm not sure entirely what that tip was about. Maybe the rolling boulder missed, but...
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think the TP to base was really warranted. And Jabema has gone double Bracer. So very, very aggressive build on the Spirit Breaker. Not sure I like skipping boots for that long, because he's a very slow hero and his move speed gives him damage. But anyway, it's a lot of dueling happening in these lanes. Little skirmishes back and forth. But no one is struggling to last hit. Interestingly, PL actually, just talking about struggling to last hit, it's PL who's really struggling. He got first blood, looks like his support is going to die. Does get a kill on Jabate using the doppelganger to escape Cocopium. But out comes the stun. Oh, he crits him, but he doesn't go for the stun, interestingly. Thought he'd throw out the Chaos Bolt. Look at the last hits on Veteran. 11 last hits at 5 minutes. This is not a good game for him. He's going to have to play a very passive game where he's just jungling. Oh, misses the Boundless Strike. Regen for the puck. Very nice.
Oh.
Top lane, there's the charge in. Yeah, there is Doppelgang available. Oh no, the bash! He doesn't even get to Doppelgang. It's a really tough game for him. 12 last hits only, 6 minutes into the game, and he's dead for 20 seconds. Yeah, this is not going well for the PL. I did think PL is a little bit of a risky pick here because it doesn't have the strongest laning presence and needs a little bit of farm to come available. Not like any of the other heroes in this game who are all early game fighters. The Royd is jungling at level 4.
Dad, up top.
Oh, you get stunned. Veteran goes in, but rank 3 Phantom Rush really doesn't do a lot in the early game compared to these other strong spells. Like 3 second stun. That is so much better. Cocopium already has arcane boots as well. There's a madman on the Chaos Knight. Mid lane doesn't look like a lot is happening. They're very, very equal in terms of farm. Just 2 good players having a bit of a fight. I think the Veteran's going to start jungling soon. Easy camp is blocked.
Right, already is.
Yeah, well, both POS 1s having to jungle super early on, which means the offlane is doing a really, really fantastic job. Kinder's looking for a potential gank attempt on the puck, but...
Doesn't have Ice Path.
No. You can't gank without Ice Path that easily. I mean, Puck's going to have Illusory Orb again, and he does. There is still Jingu, though.
Although, Radiant has a ward here.
Oh, there's a bit of damage on Puck. The roll goes through. He slowed a lot. Boulder Smash. Fairy Fight is just about going to keep him alive. Didn't actually need it. Now he has the Ice Path. There's a lot of TPs to the mid. Suddenly there are 6 heroes in the mid lane. Nearly 7, actually. Roids goes back to jungling. Roids actually has a lot of last hits, but remember, a lot of them are neutral creeps, which aren't worth as much gold as lane creeps. That means that Slardar just having a free lane. Yeah, Ice Path does last so long. It became better than level 2 Ice Path. Level 1, that's how much of a buff it got. Yes, it has a longer cooldown, but that's a massive buff to Jakiro. Can't believe they buffed Jakiro that much, actually. Didn't think he was a bad hero in the first place. Now he's just insane.
Uh-oh. They see Roy.
Well, they're chasing him, but it's just Kinder and Noodles. Are they going to roll onto him? They could do. Yeah, they're going to roll onto him. They've slowed him. They put all the dots on him. There's no way he's going to escape this. He can press Refraction, but all the charges are going to go straight away. But Kate is here, looking for a kill on Noodles. They can't actually kill Roids. They can. Sharkwaku comes in. No, they can't find him. One right click from Kinder will secure the kill. I think there's no way you're killing Puck. The cooldown on Illusory Orb is just way too low. What is it? 9 seconds. Such a slippery hero. Cocopium's turned up yet again. He's already level 6 on this Chaos Knight. Oh, they've got the charge on Sharkwaku, which means they can see him. But he can just keep tree dancing to safety. Well, you can be a backseat gamer. It's not like they can read your comments. They shouldn't have the Twitch open. That would be cheating, of course, because we don't stream with any delay. It's much more fun for viewer interaction. Sharkwaku's thinking about jumping in. But he's playing it safe. We go onto the puck, but of course he does have a Illusory Orb. Stun onto Sharkwaku, 3 second stun. Chaos Knight dropping the ult, Jabatemel goes through, and that's a kill on the mid. Super Noodles, he gets ulted by Jabatemel, he's going to go down as well. Okay, still looking for blood, silence onto Kinder, but Kinder's a very tanky hero. Jabatemel has haste. Haste is a great item to have, great rune to have for the Spirit Breaker, because of course that's increasing his greater bash damage.
Support getting double kill. Support CK.
Cocopium is 4-0-3. I mean, we were talking about the Chaos Knight and how maybe it should have been a core or whatever, but he's having a great time. Level 7, 403, Arcane Boots going, Aether Lens, first item. Just got a D-Ward in mid lane. Oh, chasing Roids, missed the stun though. He's got a couple of traps, he can activate those. Turns around actually, starts going Sharkwaku. Sharkwaku tries to get the ult off, just about gets in time, but then gets 4 seconds stun. And then Veteran goes in with the dash, gets immediately deleted by Wobber. The power of tag team plus Walrus Punch. They're trying to go onto Roids. Will they be able to kill him, though? There's the snowball into Sharkwaku. You don't have Walrus Punch. Massive heal coming out from the Boundless Strike. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. 2 seconds stun for Kokopen is going to be enough. He's still going in aggressively. I think backwards, though, is going to delete him. And yes, he will die. Now it's time for Dire to get a few kills. Can they get the puck? I think Puck's going to just about be okay. Ends up going onto the high ground. That is not what he wanted. They drop a ward. And they are going to kill him. So finally, they bring down the puck. He went a little bit too far. First time Slardar's really turned up in these fights. And he has already bought a Blink Dagger. So very early Blink on the Slardar, which I like.
Now you can make the space for Max to do what he likes to do best and just farm.
Yeah, Max does need that space, but he's a very patient player, Max. I've always said that about him. Even if he has a really bad lane, he's still just going to farm until he's back in the game. And how many games has he been really far behind and still ended up winning? More than we can count. He has got the highest win rate for a reason. Found the ultimate onto Kinder from Jebate. Veteran, he turns up with a double damage room. He's got to be careful. He really doesn't want to be fighting because he is so easy to kill. Doppelgang's away. Now it's looking good for the Dire. Do they have enough damage to kill Kokopium? Yes, I think so. No, they don't. He drops the Phantasm. Oh, now they've got the leash onto Veteran. Veteran is going to go down. He should have escaped this fight. It looked good for the Dire, and then it didn't look so good. Walrus Punch goes in. Backwards slow with the triple stun. Oh, but Monkey King's coming in on top. Boundless Strike. Doesn't have the Boundless Strike, actually. Gets stunned by Kokopium. Buyback from Kinder. Ice Path won't connect, I'm afraid. So in the end, it was a good fight for the Radiant. They got 2 kills and the buyback from it. So the game is still in their favour. 4-1-6 on Kokopium. 2-1-6 on the Puck. He's getting closer to the Witchblade. Still a little bit of gold to go. Witchblade, of course, has an item that builds out of it now, but is not a very good item, so I don't think we'll see it this game. Unless it goes super late. Thanks to Diffusal Blade being so much cheaper, Veteran is very close to it. And that's when he actually has some kill potential. Massive slow on Diffusal Blade. Plus the extra damage from the illusions. Wobber knows they're there, but he's only got TA with him. And I think Royce hasn't had the greatest game either. His net worth is some of the highest. Picked up a couple of items. Interestingly, their levels are really close. Decay is 1 level ahead, and so is Jebate now, level 10 on the Spirit Breaker, but there's no massive lead for either team. Yeah, thanks Mo. It was really nice to have you. Hope you get to chill out now.
I think he's playing a pub.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, after watching like 80 minutes of Dota, who wouldn't want to play a little bit of it themselves?
Alright, Mo.
Then for having to cast Karen.
Calm down.
I don't need any luck. We've done this a million times before, haven't we?
Yes,
Wobber, he is getting destroyed in the bot lane. Keeps himself alive with the snowball just for a little bit. But he is unfortunately going to go down. Did he just eat an illusion? Yeah, I think so. Not like it would have made much of a difference.
Well, as I always say, at least he uses his abilities before he dies.
Sharkwaku gets the ultimate off. But they don't have any lockdown for Kokopium. He just walks out of it. Turns around, 3 seconds stun onto Noodles. There is an Ice Path Macropyre as well. It's quite a lot of damage. Is Kokopium going to live? No, he dies to the top. The massive damage onto Puck. Blink in, primed Bash of the Deep. Slithering Crush. Nice kill on Decay. I mean, the thing about Puck is, irritatingly mobile character, but only 5 armor at level 10. So drop the Amplify damage. What's it called? Corrosive Haze now. -5 armor after that. Dies pretty instantly to a 200 bonus damage Bash of the Deep. But now you do have Diffusal Blade on the PL.
Oh, Monkey's going Diffusal as well.
I do like Diffusal Blade. The effect of it, of the item, the active that slows people, that never got changed. And to me, that's one of the best parts of Diffusal. It is such a crippling slow. And it allows you to keep people in your ultimate as Monkey King. Keep them in the Wukong's commands. They just get slapped to death by your monkeys. So I quite like it for a mid-monkey. It makes sense to me. I mean, the alternative was to go Echo Saber to get the little slow off, but I think Diffusal Slow is a lot better. Kokopium just dropped his ultimate. I'm not sure why. The ultimate is tanky, or does high amount of damage. Veteran in a little bit of trouble. Oh, he's already used Doppelganger. They did manage to find him. He's going to get punched out of the Stratosphere. I mean, it's the Invis that comes out from the Spirit Breaker, isn't it? The Shadow Blade is such a good item for him because you don't know that the charge is coming until he's on your face and stunned you for 400 years. Very good hero. Wonder if you could ever consider an Orchid on a hero like Spirit Breaker. So that once you charge someone, you can just Orchid them. But I suppose you don't need to. You've already got so much stun. I have seen Monkey Kings buying Orchid, and when I mean some, I'm recalling one particular game where I think Dave went Orchid on Monkey King, but I felt like it was really good. Cores with Orchid are often quite unexpected, but when you're a support and you get silenced, you just die. Can't do anything. Almost like having another BKB in a way. You silence the support, you can't get CC'd by them. Stops you getting a Hex bar line. Oh, there's the big damage onto the Phantom Lancer. Can't use the Doppelgang. It's the power of the leash. Dreamcoil is so good against Phantom Lancer. You've got the stun to Roy. They drop the Magnifier. They drop the ultimate from Sharkwaku. This is looking very good for the Dire. Drop the Magnetize too. Wobber's going to go down. Might have been slightly overkill, but better safe than sorry. They get a double kill. Jabate turns up, walks around with the Invis Rune, the Shadow Blade. Is actually going to escape. Can they get the stun onto the puck? Oh, he didn't have the Prime Bash of the Deeps at all. There's the stun. Massive amount of crit damage. Bound to Strike on top of Corrosive Haze is so much damage. Decay actually struggling a little bit now. Died 3 times now. So the game has turned a little bit into Dire's favour. They're nearly caught up with the net worth.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. About time.
Slardar with the Echo Saber. Helps him get Bash of the Deep ready. Then going straight for BKB. This Slardar is super essential for their victory. The minus armor is allowing them to shred the Radiant team so quickly, especially the puck. We've not really seen much of TA this game. I don't know what Roids is doing. He seems to be AFK. Oh, no.
Admiring the site?
He's here. Maybe talking to his
Looking
team
at
or
the shop?
picking a pizza delivery. I don't know. It could be anything.
No.
Yeah, so Veteran is 3-6-0 at the moment. He's unfortunately been killed many, many times, especially by the puck, who can just put him in the Dream Coil and blow up his illusions with the AoE damage. Veteran needs more time to farm. He's going for Manta start into Heart of Tarask. But it's going to take him a very long time to get those items. Oh, there's the charge onto Sharkwaku, and he's going to get Walrus punched and get pretty quickly taken down. Actually has quite a lot of armor. The Walrus punch didn't hit him very hard, but they had more than enough CC to wait to kill him anyway. So they're trying to get a kill onto TA. 2-3 seconds stun onto Slaughter. Look how quickly he got killed. And now Kinder's going to go down as well. How quickly did they go from bot lane to top lane? They pretty much instantly TP'd and assembled top. The Radiant are gaining momentum again. First I said it was the Radiant, then the Dire, now it's the Radiant.
Yeah. Not jinxing it.
Oh, it's fun to see a game that's quite back and forth. I was predicting that Dire maybe were more favoured, but I'm a bit worried that Veteran's having a very difficult game. It might be too difficult for him to come back. And the Radiant also have the Spirit Breaker, who is creating so much pressure with these ganks. Are they going to be able to get the puck? No, he TP's out. They didn't have the Rolling Boulder again. Need the Rolling Boulder. Blink Dagger now on the Tusk, so their gank potential has increased even further. And Royd's picking up a Blink Dagger of his own with the Desolator. Royd's is actually doing very well. Been able to just sort of quietly farm, but a lot less contested than the PL has been.
Yeah.
Is he the highest level in the game? Yes, he is. 2 levels on the Monkey King. In fact, the Monkey King is going to die yet again, deleted by Wobber. But it's Jabate Mel. All he has to do is charge in. He can get any hero on the map. Veteran will be able to escape with a Doppelgang. Never mind, they actually get the Nether Strike. Are they going to be able to kill him? Kokopian takes him in, 2 seconds stun. They just can't get onto him. They're trying. Finally, they kill him with the Dream Coil. Royds is taking quite a beating, is going to go down, but backwards hello will die as well. So there's already been 4 kills in this fight. I need to work out why my instant replay isn't working. I think maybe the file path need changing. I'll check that out in a little bit. Triple kill for Decate. Oh, kicks him away. Super Noodles, do they have stun for him? No, he does manage to roll and TP. Very nice. But that is 4 kills for 1 death. Yes, they did kill the POS one. But it's not worth it when you lose your POS one and 3 other heroes.
Oh, I was going to say, Wobber had his Blink in his stash for like ages. At least like 2 minutes or something. And he didn't call it to him.
Oh, is he still not got it?
No, he bought it a while ago, but he just never called it to him, and I don't know why. But he's just literally just calling it now, after he's bought a few like other stuff. So I don't know if he was just waiting for the gold or if he just forgot.
Taking his time. Pocopium is going for the Shard on Chaos Knight. He's already got Aether Lens, plus the Shard is 300 more cast range. You can have Chaos Bolt on a ridiculous cast. Just firing off these 4-second stuns, like globally. Baitmo's charging. Ah, just the creep wave though. Going for some farm, not found a hero. Very easy to farm on Spirit Breaker. If you charge through a wave, you can pretty much insta-kill it. Unfortunately, he didn't come from the right angle. Level 16 though. He's 2 levels on his puck. Oh no, Sharkbaku dying yet again. This Monkey King has been killed almost every single fight recently. It looks like Super North. He's going to taken down very quick by Roids. This is a Roche opportunity right here. Oh, Jabatemel, he managed to find Kinder, but he's going to be taken down. I mean, what do you do when you have a Spirit Breaker just charging at you? If you don't know he's coming, you can't get the Ice Path off in advance. And then you pretty much just die.
I guess you just have to try and put wards down to see him.
Whoa, Wobber's found backwards hello. He's kept him in place. Very nice. What an aggressive team. Now Radiant have a solid lead. It was a bit back and forth, but Radiant definitely taking the advantage now. And they're going to opt to go for the high ground rather than the Roche. There is a glyph from the Dire, who will no doubt commit it soon. Yeah, there it is. And now they can think about Roche. Jabatemel TP's back to base because he's absolutely no mana. Has the Aghanims now. Really nice early Ags on the Spirit Breaker. So even if Kwaku gets that BKB, which he's still 1400 gold away from, won't matter because you can charge straight through the BKB. I think that's the irritating thing about playing against Spirit Breaker, isn't it? Nothing easily saves you, not even Magic Immunity.
Well, that was a fast rush. Well,
that's the power of Templar Assassin. I've just noticed something there. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Did I imagine it? You know how Roche kind of counts as a hero?
Did he
I think he might have got... Yeah, but I think I might have made that. I think he might actually already have been on 12 and not 10, like I thought he was last time I checked. But if you get 2 Deso charges from killing Roche, that would be a weirdly unintended mechanic.
Wait, why would you get 2?
Because Roche is a hero.
Oh, yeah, you get 2. Oh, yeah, you get 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you get 2 all the time, don't you? I don't think the assists work properly.
Yeah.
325 health as a talent on Tusk at level 15. Makes him so tanky. Wow, Snowball does 100 bonus damage per ally. So if you take your entire team with you, you do 660 damage. That's a lot of damage.
Didn't know that.
I knew it did a bit bonus damage, but I thought it'd be like 50. Oh, we found Veteran. He has used the Manta. Looks like he's going to take a lot of damage. Sharkwaku has got the ult. This might be a good time to die to fight. They've already got 1 kill. It's a kill on Wobber.
Oh my god.
And Roids goes down very, very quickly. But he does have the Aegis. Sharkwaku's ultimate is about to run out. It's still up at the moment. There we go. Now it's gone. Roids is standing there trying to fight. He's going to go down. I don't think it's looking too good for the Radiant. Or will they be able to get Sharkwaku? Yes, they do find the kill. But Kokopium, he is going to be deleted by backwards slow. Decate now needs to try and escape. Does blink away. Will be okay. Oh, trying to turn, get a kill onto Noodles. Yeah, they do just pick up a kill. Very nice turnaround. And the puck is still on the run. So it was actually a 3-for-3 exchange, although Radiant did lose the Aegis for that as well. So it didn't quite go as well as they hoped for. They were fighting inside Monkey King's Wukong's command for a very long time.
Is that why Roids literally just like died so quickly before the Aegis?
Oh, he got hit by essentially everything, basically.
Oh.
Need to work out what's going on with my replay buffer. I'm not streaming at 1080p. I need to fix that. Definitely can stream 1080p. Should change that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Anyway, I'll work out what's going on with the instant replay, because I liked showing the instant replay, but it's a shame it didn't work in the last game. Anyway, Radiant, they're 12k gold ahead. For some reason, there's still a tier 1 tower in the bot lane. Now it has gone. No tier 1 towers available. Only one tier 2 tower left as well. No Roche for quite some time. They don't have Aegis either. They do have a big level advantage. Level 20. Jabema is the highest level. Level 20 on the Spirit Breaker means he gets 175 charge of darkness move speed, which is absolutely massive. And now he has gone the Kaya, so he started building his damage item. But also the mana regen is really nice on Spirit Breaker because they made Charge of Darkness cost more mana. So he ooms actually very quickly. But yeah, well done Jabemo, you've had a fantastic Spirit Breaker game. Showing us why this hero used to be banned all the time. Looks like a pretty free tower. A lot of heroes contesting this. And I hear the charge, but it was pretty immediately cancelled. Though the cooldown is only 7 seconds with the Scepter. So he's going to charge again. He's actually charging the real Veteran, and Veteran's just used Manta for farming. This is not good. Bash into bash. Into the ultimate. Ah, and there the puck turns up. There comes the million year range stun. But it doesn't matter because Royds was in there to get the kill. Veteran using the Manta for the farm. Forgetting that Spirit Breaker can literally turn up across the entire map at a moment's notice. I mean, I can understand why he's doing it. He wants to get as much farm as he can.
Yeah, it's really sad that he can't even farm in his own jungle.
Well, anywhere there's a ward, there's going to be a charge. And that is a really aggressive ward. Nice vision coverage. It's looking pretty good for the Radiant. The Dire are really struggling to find places to free farm. But they're not able to break high ground just yet. There is no glyph from the Dire, so the Radiant could try to poke the base. Got Chaos Knight illusions whacking the tower. They do hit fairly hard. Not quite going to be enough to make much of an impact though. Oh, they found Noodles. No Yules on the puck. Oh, but here comes the charge. There's no escaping. Look at Jabate. He's a monster. Whoa, nice roll away from Noodles. Is he going to escape? No, Wobber's here. Oh, dies to a right click.
Thought he was going to survive, honestly.
Very, very nearly did. Jabate is now charging down to pick up the wave. But they are going to have to wait quite a bit of time for that wave to push back. Copium's just spamming his ultimate pretty much on cooldown just to get the illusions out. Oh no, that's where they're coming from. That's my bad. You cast Chaos Bolt, it creates a Phantasm illusion for 6 seconds. Very strong ability. Even though he's not built right click at all, it still does a non-negligible amount of damage. I really like this Chaos Knight support. It's weird how well it works.
Yeah, it's SEA way.
It is.
Brought it from SEA.
And I suppose the nice thing about playing a core as a support is that if the game goes on ultra late,
you can transition.
You just build a heart or a Manta, whatever. Just build an actual damage item, and you'll be in extra core.
Yeah.
Like how a Wind Ranger support can start off with the Meteor Hammer, Blink Dagger, Glimmer, whatever, but then can just pick up the MKB for late game if need be. Batemouse just pushing out the waves again. They're really struggling to break high ground. That's the problem with the Radiant. They're so far ahead, but they just can't break high ground. They're still going to wait 1 minute 20 seconds for the quickest roast respawn. Roy's just gone the Hurricane Pike, probably to get away from the Monkey King ultimate. Actually, you can push Monkey King out of his ultimate, and did you know that if Monkey King leaves his ring, it immediately despawns?
Yeah.
So if you Hurricane Pike him when he maybe is a little bit on the edge, you could probably cancel the ultimate. That could be a good use.
That's why sometimes I like playing bench. You can just
swap the MK. Yeah, that's a hard counter. Yeah, that's really good. And Monkey King is not very much without the ultimate. He really needs that ring to do his main damage in the team fight. Well, Radiant are just going up and down farming. Backwards slow is being charged. There we go. There's the charge. And he is getting yeeted. Blast ring not going to save you. They're charging again. Charging Kinder. Kinder does get the ice path off in time, but not before being stunned. There's an E-Blade available on Puck, but Puck is taking a lot of damage. Does get the phase shift off. I think Supermills is going to go down. Royds with the BKB. He is just standing in the Monkey King. Oh, does not care. 2 buybacks come out already. Sharkwaku is just being perma-stunned by Jabatemel. Level 22 on the Spirit Breaker. Royds now in the corner is in a bit of trouble. No, he's actually going to be okay. Uses the Hurricane Puck to save him, and they've got the Walrus kick. Wobble with the Aghanims. He does unfortunately fall down, but not before kicking someone to their demise. Phantom Lance is going to go down. There is a buyback on the PL, but does he want to commit it? Yeah, he's going to have to, I'm afraid. Sharkwaku completely misses his Boundless Strike in a bit of a panic, and now Kinder Surprise is going to go down, and it might be a GG, because that was a lot of deaths, all with buyback included. Out comes a 4-second stun onto Veteran. But actually, they don't end up taking high ground. There were so many buybacks and deaths. Radiant now 24k gold ahead. Are they going to kill Royds? The E-Blade to save him. 2-second stun as well. Royds just sitting in invis. He does have a blink dagger. He's going to blink away. There's a charge coming into Veteran. 2-second stun. And here comes the charge. There it is. And Veteran is going to go down. Or is he? Yeah, he gets brought in. And that is a dieback from your core. It looks like Backward Slow is in trouble. Look how much crowd control the Radiant have. It is brutal. Now I think it's GG. Or if they don't call it, they're going to lose at least 2 lanes of Rax. Look how quickly they delete the towers with the power of the Desolator and the TA. He's got max Desolator charges already. Radiant have every single hero destroying the buildings. Dire only have 3. And Jabatemel is level 24 Spirit Breaker. That is crazy. The highest level on the Dire is actually 18, whereas Radiant have 2 level 24 heroes.
What is he doing?
He's in a bit of trouble though. Yeah, he can charge. He's getting a charge off. Oh, he's taking a bit of damage though. No, he is going to escape. As he charges all the way to bot lane.
He's so fast.
And he's about to wipe out that creep wave as well. Ah, what an escape that was. They must be really irritated that it didn't kill him. He's 11-2-22. Just look at the hero levels. Have you ever seen one team entirely above the other team in hero levels? Even the support, Cocopium and Wobber, is ahead of Veteran. Like, that is an XP deficit if I've ever seen one. 52% gold lead, 99% win probability. There is 1 set of racks left, but I don't think it's looking good at all for the Dire. Wobber just walking around with an invis room. Doesn't know that Sharkwack is just standing on the tree, spamming Wukong's command rings. Is he going to do this forever, or...? I mean, it looks like he's kind of given up this game. Radiant are going to take yet another roast. That means a free shard is available. I think the shard for Royds makes sense. It creates silence on his traps and gives him more traps.
At least they can finish off bottom rights.
Yeah, they'll go for that now. They've got 2 lanes pushing in, which is really helpful. Oh, there comes the charge. Going fast onto backward slow, but then they change their mind. They turn around. They do get Sharkwaku, who is basically hiding in the trees. And I think this is pretty much going to be game. 4 versus 5 and you don't have your core when you're 34k gold behind. Aegis on the TA. Salving him underneath the refraction as well. Oh, there's the kick from Wobber backwards though. Does have his BKB, has to drop it pretty quickly. It looks like Tusk's in a lot of trouble. Does manage to get the snowball. Going to stay in it for as long as possible. Keep himself alive. Noodles, he is being collapsed to death by Decay and Cocopium. Roy's taking quite a lot of damage from PL. Might actually go down, but he does have the Aegis. So he will go down, now respawning on full HP. Jabatemel doesn't quite get the ultimate off in Veteran. But it is now 5 versus 2. Sharkwack, who's still not up for 10 seconds. Last lane of Rat's going to go down. Oh, Oh, nice stun. The stun goes through Veteran, who gets completely deleted by the E-Blade Dagon. Punch on the Slardar to finish off the game.
Well, I did say usually the second game is quite quick. I mean,
well, oh, there's the kick.
Before 30 minutes.
Wait,
but
kick
still,
also
like...
goes through Magic Immunity? Didn't know that. Yeah, 36 minutes is still a decent amount of length, to be fair. Well, the GGs are called.
I didn't really feel like 36 minutes for some reason. Like, it's probably because it was a bit stompy eventually.
Yeah, it's one of those games where it was close for the first 20 plus minutes. So over half the game was very close. It wasn't really a stomp, but then one team picks up the momentum, they just run with it, and that's quite a normal sort of eventuality of Dota. But yeah, nice to have a quicker game after the long game. And I'll tell you my analysis of why the Radiant won. 4 Blink Daggers versus 1. That's got to be better, right? 4 Blink Daggers and you have a Spirit Breaker. So much engaged from the Radiant team. And proving that Spirit Breaker is just as good a hero as he always has been.